Alright guys, so here's our whole hot side that we made up last night. And this is pretty quick. But there we go. Welds don't look great because I can't see anymore, but we're gonna finish burning this in. I'm gonna show you guys one weld as we burn it in. I'll record that one, but yeah, all this shit was like all the junk that we had laying around the shop to make this hot side, and it kind of built itself. Like everything kind of just fell together. So, and some of the welding is terrible. Like that one there is kind of all right, but we ran out of gas right there. You know, we're gonna get hey, grinder will make us the welder we ain't. They say, I think, something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna I'll zoom you guys in on that. Watch me burn that one in. All right, guys, here we go. That looks pretty ugly, guys. I don't know. Sounds better. Sounds better than it is. We got the gas on and everything, so I don't know. But it seems like it makes no gas or something. There we go. Hey, I think we're all welded in there. There's our turbo. I'm going to show you guys the hot side. Ken helped me with it. All right, guys, we got the whole hot side finished up. We did some grinding because, you know, it's ugly, but there's the hot side. It goes up there to the turbo. We got this. We did their corners. We're all welded up everywhere. This had a big ding in it. We filled that right in with weld. We're back on the manifold. Like, this thing's good to go. We have a hot side to the Chinese turbo. Horsepower in the making. It's coming. We got Ray Ray in the shop. Look at Ray Ray. Look at him. Look at his big ass head. Whoa. Whoa, let me see you there, Ray Ray. That's Ray Ray. That's my boy right there, huh? What do you think, Ray Ray? The turbo's cool? Are we going to look at turbo stuff? What are we going to do? What? Turbo? Yeah, buddy. All kinds of turbo, huh? We like turbo? Tell me. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. But this is where we're at, guys. We got Ray, come here. Get that. Ray's slacking on us. There's a piece over there too. Get that. So this is where we're at anyway. I don't know what Ray's doing. He's lost in space. We tacked up our exhaust pipe. Turbo's mounted. Oil feed line, which goes right back there and ties into where your oil pressure sender usually is. Let me see if I can get a better light down there. Maybe we can see it. Show you guys. There's like a T down there. See, there's our regular oil pressure line, the copper one, and then it goes into that T, which I showed you guys the other day. There's like a, there it is. So that's all screwed into there, and then this is our 4-inch down pipe, and it looks like it's going to be all right. We might have to cut and adjust a little bit more. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. Anyway, so there we are. Hot side's all built. I'll show you guys that. None of this is all kind of just mocked in here. That's our blow-off valve. So that'll open up when it's idling. We're going to fire it up. I'll show you guys. We'll see how loud it is with that 4-inch pipe. Then it's going to go up in here, and this will be bolted, gasketed. We got a lot more fuel system stuff to do. It's not just throw it on there and it works, because it doesn't. We have this carburetor, which is set up for blow through. So it's everything's plugged off. So when it gets bolted on here, it's bolted on there. We'll have 2 lines coming out of here, and they'll go down the hat some. So as turbo boost builds up, it'll pressurize the bowls. And that's when you get into your fuel pump stuff. So we're going to need an electric fuel pump. It's going to have to be boost reference. So like, if you're putting, let's say 7 pounds, because you have 7 pounds of fuel pressure. You have 7 pounds of fuel pressure going into these bowls. Then you start putting 7 pounds of air pressure into these bowls. Let's say you run 7 pounds boost. you have no more fuel, okay? It's not going to work. So whatever it raises, it's going to raise fuel pressure, equally. So if you got, 7 pounds of boost going in here, you're going to have 14 pounds of fuel pressure. So you're still at 7. So the float's going to air and everything can still work. At least that's, if I understand it, it raises per pound equally. If I remember that right, I'm going to have to look and make sure on that, because I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. If you're doing 1 pound of boost, it's going to raise it 1 pound on the fuel pressure. So if it's 7 pounds of boost, it should raise it 7, I believe. But I got to make sure about that. Enough about that. Anyway, here we are. We're going to fire this bad boy up, and then I'll show you guys underneath. We're going to look for an oil leak, because we had an oil leak earlier. I did tighten the thing. Show you guys the blow-off valve working. And so this ain't going to do anything as far as boost right now, but it should run and do things. Make noise. Maybe. It should make noise. Alright, here we are. We're running. So, you have vacuum. I hope you guys can hear me. It's kind of stupid loud. It's turbo. Is that turbo spinning? It's your weight, it's a blow-off valve. If you hit the gas, vacuum goes away. That'll flow. See it? That's how that's going to work. Guys, I'm going to run us up. Alright guys, here's a look from the underside. So there's our hot pipe. There's our bracket up there. The fan wiring gets got mangled up in the thing. There's our drain. There's our return. And that just comes right down here and goes into the oil pan. We welded a little thing on there. And then that's our hot side. There's our whole hot side here. And this is all like scrap that we had laying around. And the welds are ugly. I'll show you some of that. I think I got a little video clip of me welding some of this. And then that's that. So we just did a couple of L's and a U-bend with a couple 90-degree turns and a U-bend. And it welded there. And then it comes off the manifold there. Whoop. There's our manifold. So it just runs right around in circle. All the way around. Zip, bam, boom. Right around and right up to the turbo over there. So it just makes the loop. There's the other one going in right there. Off the other manifold. And there's our exhaust pipe coming down. We nailed that pretty good, I think. Got some pretty good space all around it. It's 4-inch down pipe. So we're just going to come down out of there, and then we'll probably just come back here somewhere with like, I don't know. We might drop that to 3.5 right here. And then just put maybe like a 3.5-inch muffler or no muffler. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We're going to do something right here. I don't know what we're going to do. But that's it, guys. We got some fuel upgrades to do. Boost reference to do. And that's about it. And that's kind of where we're at. This thing, I hope, is going to make it to the track soon. We got a boost gauge donated. Selena donated a boost gauge out of the RX-7. It's never going to see 10. It's probably never going to see 5. Well, it'll see 5 or 7, 8 maybe. I don't want to just blow this thing up, so we're going to stay low. And then if it starts making noise, maybe we'll crank on it and we'll send it all at the bottom. But I don't really want to do that. So, yeah, that's where we're at. We're going to do some. So there's our whole system right there. Comes out of the passenger exhaust manifold, comes out of this manifold. It's all wired together. It's all used stuff. It's all cheap. So, and I'll figure out what the number is on the cost. I would like to. I wish I had dynoed this beforehand to know what it is like now. And then dyno it after. Well, I guess we could still do that. Really, we could just disconnect the boost tube and maybe do a dyno pull with no boost. Just run the carburetor open, take that hat off, and then run one with, we could do that. Maybe we'll do that. I might just do that, guys. But yeah, that's where we're at. Here's the Le Mans. Here it is. And it's all its glory. And let me lower us down. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Pretty much it. So I'll bring you guys back. The next video will probably be the rest of the fuel system stuff and this thing being like wrapped up with turbo. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully this thing does well. See ya. Like, share, subscribe.